Boom, Rudy. How are you, my friend?
I am awesome, man. I am super excited. Thursday afternoon in New York. It's just amazing, man. It's amazing.
It is amazing. I am super excited too. Had a great meeting last night. Got me fired up for things that we're doing. This is just, I mean, it's off the chain what all is going on in the world of iboomerang.
Man, you know what? I wanted to ask you about what happened yesterday because I know we had a little chat afterwards. I was
Right.
like, man, just go for it, man. Fill me in. What happened? How was it yesterday?
It was, the meeting was amazing, and had people there that are considering signing up. May do it this week, today, whatever. But the
Oh, wow.
commitment is there. They're all about what we're doing with iBoomerang. And then, last night I got a text message from one of Holton's inner circle leadership
What?
that says he sees you and me online doing this, and just want to say that we've got their support. That
Oh, man.
in just a regular organization. These people are tuned into what's happening.
What? Wait. So what you're saying is we had a
Yes,
whole diamond ambassador with the shield
yes,
who's been watching us, and
yes,
he said they are in full support of what we're doing online.
absolutely, absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
blew me away. This morning, I sent to Mark Kitcart in marketing our picture from last night for
Right.
the flight school for this weekend. Wasn't 30 minutes. I get an personal email back from Mark saying, "This is awesome." That doesn't happen in a corporation. When was the last time, the VP of your corporation sent you an email saying, "This is awesome"? People
I
are
mean,
watching and building.
oh man, I haven't received an email from my from the VP of my company. They always send a blast out, on the listserv. But
Exactly.
this is amazing. This is truly amazing. But it's not just about us because what we are doing, we are sending out information, and we keep getting feedbacks, which I know we're gonna go through.
Right.
There are tons and tons of people who are watching this and who really want they get so much information
Right.
because first of all, we are unscripted. You know,
Right. Right. I love that. I love that. Well, yep.
we are so authentic with the information.
Mhm.
It makes somebody feel like these are real human beings that they're actually talking to. You
Exactly.
know?
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, give a shout out to, I see Peggy and Kelly both are on the call right now with us. I mean, this is
Oh
live.
man, thank you guys so much
And
for
it's
tuning in.
unscripted. You're right. Yes, it's unscripted. It's just amazing. Uh, you know, I think about corporations I've worked with and been part of, and some of them, you're right. You get these blanket emails, and someone may
Right,
say, "Well, there's too many people in my corporation to
right.
respond." Folks, we've got 30, 40,000 people that are
Right.
part of doing what you and I do, but they find
Absolutely.
the time to respond back to us individually
Wow.
from
I
all
am
over the
I
world.
am
That's crazy.
I am blown away, man. I am blown away. We can hear from Mark Hickett, and he is out there. I mean, with everything else going on in his calendar, and he took the
Right.
time to send us an email.
Mhm.
I love this guy, man.
I
Because
do. I mean,
yeah, because I mean, it's not just like you said. It's not any organization or corporation that you can actually see such transparency.
right.
You know,
Well, Holton Bugs, Mr. Bugs talks about the it factor. And
right?
and and part of that it factor is transparency. The other part
Absolutely,
is integrity.
right.
Integrity plus transparency. They define integrity and transparency. That whole organization does.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Because I mean, it's not about things to say, but how you say it to the people that in the organization. And I'm looking at just Mark actually taking his time to to compose that email and send it to us to acknowledge what we do and
Right.
saying that they're in support of what we're doing.
Right.
I'm just blown away, man. I'm just blown away
You know,
because it's so much support.
oh, absolutely. I just sent it up thinking, okay, we'll see it maybe, this weekend, whatever. 30 minutes later, I get a response. That is crazy. That is amazing that that's happening. Yeah.
I can't wait I can't wait for our picture to go up there on flight school on Saturday. GTIT.
Exactly. Rudy, I wanted to mention something that they put out at convention, and that is
Okay.
this thing right here. It's called the Flight Plan Calendar. This is like step by step how to be successful.
Oh my God.
This doesn't happen in a regular organization. They do onboarding or give you a little orientation and say, go have a good time. This is step by step how to do it.
Yeah.
It really is amazing what it is.
You know what? When this was actually introduced in the convention,
Mhm.
you know, I mean, in different organizations, you will hear maybe a diamond or one of the top leaders is going to go online or will go, you know, step on the stage and maybe make a little script of what to do, or, you know, a little write up.
Yeah.
But all those information, how many people actually make note of that?
Right.
But we have a whole manual.
Right.
This is a whole manual, which actually is a step-by-step guide. And I'm just super excited of the first topic that we're going to be talking today, man. I'm super excited because to get in business is different.
Mm-hmm.
People can get in business for different reasons, you know. But when you're looking at the way this manual is structured,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just blown away. So let's hit up on the first topic, man.
You know, when you start off, there's talks about being 5 steps to success in your flight plan.
Right.
It's just steps to success, period. And the very first thing that they do is they have you identify your why. And you and me and Jolanda talked about that earlier in the week. But I looked at this and I thought, you know, what a great question to ask someone who's thinking about getting in the business. What is your why for financial reasons? What's your why for personal reasons? And what's your why for family reasons to get involved?
Absolutely. Man, I love that question, man. I love that question because you know what happened to me last night?
What's that?
So I had this friend, a guy, one of my friends, you know, high school friend. We're in college, everything all together. So he called me up last night. He said, "Man, I mean, he's a database administrator, so he makes good money." So he was like, "Man, I've been looking for something else to do, and I've been seeing your posts. You guys are doing some awesome videos online, and I really wanted to engage to see what's all about."
Right.
I said, first of all, I acknowledge you for actually bringing this to my attention, and I thank you so much. But for you to be part of my organization or for you to be part of my team, you really got to explain to me why you want to do business.
Right.
You know, and it's like, you know, like you just brought it up, the different topics, because why could mean different things to different people.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Exactly. You know, it's why there's a great video out that I show in the training classes sometimes that I do about your what versus your why.
Right.
And, you know, we know what our what is. So your what is, you know, you're studying medicine, you're working in the medical community. My what is I do speaking and training. And I go, what's your why? Why do you do it? Why do you get involved with ibüümerang? There's something on a much higher level that happens. You know, we just had a question asked here from Peggy, and she said, you know, is this book available if you just start with a you know, standby? Guess what? This book is available just by going to iBoom Hub and buying it.
Exactly. Go to iboomhub.com. I get it.
Anybody can do this. It's a great way to do it. We want you to come join us to get even more of it.
Right.
Anyone can get this book.
Absolutely. Anyone can. I mean, go to iboomhub.com, you go in there, get the book, and this is for ambassadors, you know, and you being a standby, whatever, because we want to set, I mean, this manual is a step-by-step to success in the business.
Right.
You know, and the whole point we want to, go ahead, man.
No, and in life, it's success in life as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because, I mean, I was going through the manual and I saw some quotes. You know, I saw professional quotes from different authors. I saw quotes from our own CEO, and these are things which sometimes we look at, you know, we look them online, we look it up on Instagram, and we see people posting all the quotes, and you feel like, hi, they're doing good things, whatever. But at the end of the day, you are looking at how these quotes actually apply to your life and how they impact you.
Absolutely.
You know, it's not just about looking at a quote and feeling good about them.
That's right.
but looking at it from a perspective of different aspects of life.
Right.
And now I'm looking at they've actually explained everything
Mm-hmm.
of the why you are in business, why you are part of an organization. It makes a lot of sense for me, man.
It does mean, and I look at that, why financial, why personal, why family. The
Right.
first two are easy for me to answer. The third one is, you know what? I don't have a family. I don't really have a family. And then I took a step back and I said, yes, I do. It's called ibüümerang. There's my family.
Absolutely.
There's my family. Why do you do
Absolutely.
it? To make that part of it. Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely. Because like if you look at it, if you look at being in an organization, right? You're thinking about I mean, I was just having this conversation with my former manager today.
right.
So she had a baby, and we're talking about the baby, and I see so much joy in her
Mm-hmm.
talking about the baby, and I see that we're not. I mean, the aspect of belonging in a setting, belonging in an organization that actually considers you as a family.
Mm-hmm.
You
Right.
as a family, because right now, like I said, I think we spoke about this yesterday. I am confident if
Mm-hmm.
I travel to
Right.
any state within the 50 states, and I mention ibüümerang, there is
Right.
somebody who is going to show up to my
Exactly.
head, to my help.
Mm-hmm.
This is just fascinating, man. We have an unlimited number of family members across the country, across the world, and that's what the message is all about.
Oh, in fact, I had one of my teammates is in Australia, and I got a text from him last night. And
Wow.
one of the people that he knows is going to be in Anaheim, California on September 10th. He said,
Look
"Can
at
you
that.
have a conversation with her?" I said, "Absolutely." I
Look
mean,
at that.
Australia, 18 hours flight over to this, and we're talking. I mean, that's just how small this huge world is that we live in.
Absolutely, man. I mean, because when you are building, I mean, we've been able to build this family.
Right.
We're building this family, and we're not limiting ourselves to who we know,
Mm-hmm.
because who you know, they're only gonna get what you want,
Exactly.
right? You're only gonna get what they provide for you.
Right.
But what does it take for somebody to be extra?
Right.
What does it take for somebody to be extra, to go out there and get more information, get more relationship with people, extend your cohort, extend your arms, and extend your circle of people.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It's like you put it out to the universe, saying, "This is what I want to have happen,"
Right.
and just like a boomerang, it's going to come back to you, and the opportunity is going to present itself and manifest itself, and there you are trying to make it into reality for yourself.
Oh man, I just love it. I read an article this morning, and it was about being abnormal.
Mhm.
Being abnormal with it.
That's me, babe. That's me.
Being abnormal within the circle. So, for example, you have a group of friends, right? And I think most of the things I've been reading this week has been about that, because first of all, you're thinking about leaving that circle. You have a group of people who are your friends, and they consider you to be friends. I mean, you're friends with them and whatever. But at
Mhm.
the end of the day, you're thinking about if you trying to do anything extra.
Mhm.
If you're trying to do anything extra, and I heard this question that this guy asked. He said, "Why am I not Why am I not more successful at this
Mhm.
stage of my life?"
Right.
So I was thinking. I said, "Well, maybe it's because I've always wanted to satisfy everybody around me.
Mhm.
I don't want to make somebody upset. I want to I want to just play small, just do it things,
Right.
just play safe. You know.
Right.
So how about going out there to the world and just being abnormal?
Right.
Going out there, create relationship with new people, being
Mhm.
abnormal, like do something different,
Right. Exactly.
you know?
Exactly. In fact, Kelly just mentioned something. I was thinking about it as you typed in here. You talk about that and about playing it safe, meaning that in that little circle. That's
Right,
also what is known as the herd, and it's
right,
a herd of sheep or a herd of cattle. There's one in front. Everyone follows the leader. Does the same thing. No one gets out
right.
behind. But Mr. Bugs talked about geese in Vegas and the geese and how they fly, and they fly in that V formation. And
Right.
we seen the geese flying south and then flying back north. They're up in the sky right now.
Absolutely.
That one in the front may be the leader, but they rotate who gets to the front.
Right.
But if anyone in that pack gets injured, if any goose gets injured, 2 other ones fall back with it and
Right.
stay with that one.
Save it.
Either it gets better or it dies, and then they return to that same formation. They have each
Right.
other's back.
Wow.
That's what happens when you get out of that circle of comfort. You
Right.
find people who have your back, and
Absolutely.
we have people.
Absolutely. I mean, on the same line of the story of the goose, I'm thinking about the diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about the shield.
Right.
It just builds the whole story. I saw a group of dynamic people standing on the stage that night.
Right.
I mean, these are individuals from different career backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, we have lawyers, we have different professionals from different backgrounds.
Right.
Who say, you know what, I want something different. I want something bigger than what I am. I want to go out there. I want to connect with other kind of people, build a new kind of circle, people who motivate me, who push me, who are standing there for me.
Right.
You know, and I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the. It was just the commitment, being there together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the shield, how the CEO held the shield, and he was explaining, especially having our global master ambassador right there. He said to his wife, whatever happens to him, we have your back.
That's right.
Whatever happens to any member of this organization, we have your back.
That's right.
I mean, I don't know any better way, man.
And
don't.
That's happened for you and me this week. Jolanda jumped on the other day.
Look at that.
And then last night I get this text, and it's like, oh my God, what they're saying to us is, keep doing what you're doing. I got your back.
Absolutely, absolutely, man.
Absolutely, that doesn't happen. I mean, that's part of that culture that Mr. Bugs has brought to us, and
Yes.
you know, the people that were in the audience, those 6,000-7,000 people in the audience, many of those have known Mr. Bugs for years and years and years.
Right.
They brought in that arena that culture with them.
Definitely, yes.
Because it was something that that empowered them, but it was also something that they felt very privileged to be part of.
Right. I mean, we had different organizations. You know, like he was saying on the stage, there are different organizations who, just at the mention of his name,
yeah,
they are ready to shut down.
Yes.
To become part of ibüümerang.
Exactly.
To become part of ibüümerang, because they see the vision. Mm-hmm. They see where he's at. They see where we are. They see where we are going.
Right.
And they say, you know what? I just want to be part of this.
Exactly.
I want to be part of this. I just want to make sure my success is guaranteed. The team, the culture, the organization, the setting, the success I'm watching here is just amazing.
Yeah, it is. And if what you walk away with at the end of the day is the better you, then mission accomplished. That's what the whole purpose of this is. It's not to make a lot of money. That's a byproduct.
Absolutely.
The real mission here is for you to become a better version of you.
Of yourself.
That's the culture that he's created.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, becoming a better version of yourself. We see people going out there, working out, going to the gym, doing whatever, doing diet, at the end of the day, everything that we're doing doesn't mean anything.
Exactly.
If we don't associate yourself with the kind of people who are actually driving you towards that end goal.
Right.
You know, if you can't associate yourself with people who are out there, people who do the same thing that you're doing, people who are, you know, building the business, people who are supporting you like we do, like we are supporting each other.
Right.
You can't really make the success. And I'm so proud because we are here in this organization with all the support we have. Man, I just want to go back to this manual, man. I just want to go back to this manual and you know, what this manual is all about and how much how much information we can get out of that, how we can use it, because that's a tool by itself.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, the very next question is, why do you want to do it? That goes toward anything. You mentioned the gym, you mentioned dieting. Why do you want to do it? But what he does is he lays this thing out step by step so that as you get into the actual calendars, you get into here and you start, let me get over here, you start making notes inside here of what you're doing and creating.
Right.
It is a step-by-step guide of not only how to build your business, but at the same time, how to empower yourself to be worthy of the business you're building.
Absolutely, because I mean, the whole point of doing business, people are sometimes people are excited about when they hear a new opportunity, they're excited about doing something different. Oh, I just want to get into business. I just want to do something today. No, it's not about that. It's about the person that you're going to become after that and showing the commitment to succeed in this business. Because people can jump into any kind of business they want to. Yeah, that's whatever. But at the end of the day, how much commitment are you putting down to succeed?
Exactly.
And I'm so glad because the way this manual is written, it's a whole, I mean, I don't want to say ecosystem, but I think it's an ecosystem. Because where we're going to have, I know we're going to dive into the apps, but our apps is going to be built more of the same model with the ecosystem, which means everything in one. Because having this manual, you don't need anything else.
No.
I mean, you have the manual. You can write anything you want to write on it. You can do anything you want to do with it, because answer those questions for yourself. Answer those questions on what it means to you as a person and what do you want to get out of being in business.
Yes, you're exactly right. I mean, one of the questions that they ask right up front is, what is your dream destination? And a number of people will say, oh, I'd love to travel to here, travel to there, whatever.
Right.
I define the word destination differently. My dream destination is a destination of where I want to live, not where I want to travel to.
Right.
Be your neighbor there in New York City. That's and so when he writes this manual and has these trainings he does, that's a purposeful term that's put out there to allow that leverage and that freedom for people to say, you know what, the word destination means something different to me.
Definitely. I mean, people look at destination as more of where I want to fly to, where I want to travel to. But just, like you rightly say, a destination is where you want your life to be.
Exactly. Exactly right. Exactly.
Where do you see yourself 5-10 years from now? That's your destination. That's where you are being. That's a new you. That's a new existence of your own personality.
Yeah.
And it's
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so now it's actually a breakdown, because if you look at this manual, it gives you a clear definition of, you can actually say yes. And the way I like this, I mean, I feel this out already. And you want to sit down, take an inventory of your life, write it out clearly, because this is a decision you're making on your own on how to prepare your life to the next level.
Right. Right. Exactly. I mean, one of the questions he talks about too is, how much debt do you currently have? What does it take to be good, get out of debt?
Right.
And Mr. Bugs' philosophy is, he'd rather see you drive a used Honda that's all paid off than drive a BMW you can't afford. And when I first heard that, I just chuckled, because in a previous group company I was with that does a lot of personal empowerment, the person that kind of heads that up was on a call with me, one-on-one with me, doing some coaching. And he said to me, if you could drive any car in the world, what car would you drive? And this guy was looking at cars. And I said, any car? He said, yeah. I said, I wouldn't have a car. I said, I wouldn't have a car. I would live somewhere where I don't need a car. And if I need a car, I get a chauffeur or take an Uber or something, or a Vibrant I'll take. But I said, that's my goal. He was so attached to that outcome of what that meant to drive a really expensive car. He couldn't see that part of it. And I'm like, wow, what Mr. Buzz has created here is for you to define that vision and you work towards that. And it's really not empowering if you go out and do a $600,000, $700,000, $800,000 a month car note, just be able to drive around in something that looks like something impressive, you're
Because
not
at
being.
the end of the day, I
Yeah.
think, I mean, at the end of the day, the way I'm looking at what the vision of iboomerang,
Mhm.
Mr. Haltenbox actually want us to be authentic.
Yes, I love
Live
that.
your life as an authentic human being,
Hmm.
you know? Because for those, for, you live, especially for people driving cars they don't own. I
Right.
mean, I'm lucky I don't drive in New York. If you,
Mhm.
people don't drive cars, you drive a car you don't own, what happened is, I mean, it doesn't belong to you. That's not your life.
No, it's not.
That's not your life. Because if that actually, if you want to actually, if the car dealer calls you
Mhm.
up today and say, you know what, the debt is too much. We need the car back, and I'm sorry, we can't do it anymore, and
Right.
that's it for you.
Hmm.
And you just can't be without it. But at the end of the day, you want to be able to live your life according to the terms that you define for yourself, what you can afford
Right.
now, what you can pay for now. And this is what this business is all about,
Right.
helping you clear your own debt. I mean, I've never seen an organization being so concerned about the financial status of business partners.
Exactly. Exactly. I remember Mr. Buck's story about how they lost everything and they
Right,
repossessed the house, repossessed the car, and he told his wife Arlene. He said, I will make you a promise. We'll never do this again. We'll never have a mortgage. We'll never have
right,
another car note.
right.
And they live in a multi-million-dollar home that he paid cash for because
Wow,
because that vision was there. And that's
absolutely.
not to say something to be impressive. That's to say that's what you can accomplish when you make that commitment. When you have that authenticity, that's what you
Yeah.
can accomplish.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I mean, because when you have when you have that commitment to your goals, when you
Right.
write everything down, written down in this book, in this manual, like we
Right.
just discussed, it
Mhm.
gives you a clear vision of where you want to take your life to. It gives you a clear vision of where you want to see yourself, and
Oh, exactly.
seeing yourself out of debt.
Hmm.
Because if you write down the amount of money that you owe, it
Right.
actually becomes clear on now strategizing on how to accomplish that, how to get that done.
Right. Exactly. And he talks about making an 18-month commitment. When
Yeah,
you look at your debt that you have and you spread it out across those 18 months, you
right,
see the incremental steps you've got to take to make that happen. And
right,
in 18 months, if you did not do that, your debt would be only a few dollars less than what it currently is because of the interest you're paying on it.
right.
You
Man,
know?
I love this, man. I know as we're about to wrap up, I'm trying to think about how can somebody. I know we've said iboomhub.com. This for somebody who want to get value out of this book. You can go to iboomhub.com. I think it's $25 right now, right?
It's $25 for the book. Yeah.
$25 to get a copy. So, how can somebody watching this video right now actually decide to say, you know what? I love these guys. I love this video. I love what these guys are doing. And
Right.
I really want to be part of this organization. How can they join us, man?
One of three ways. Okay. First way is, message you or me. That's the first two ways. Message you or
Right,
me in these comments there below. The other way is maybe someone told you about what Rudy and I do every day, and they say, "Hey, go check these guys out."
right,
Get back with that person because that person already has a vested interest in your success. Get
right,
back with that person. We all have a way in which you can become part of this. As we've talked about before, it's $49.95 to go on standby. You're not going to travel anywhere on standby. It's like the airport, but you're
right,
in. You get a taste of it. You get your back office, your website. You get 5 boomerangs to hand out, and then you decide, do I want to go coach, business, or
business
first?
or first class. Right,
And what if you decide I can't afford first class, I'm going to try coach or business? You have 60 days to upgrade and pay the difference. And the
right.
absolute most you're going to invest is $1,000 plus the $49.95. That's the most you're
Tell
going
me.
to invest. And you're
And
going
don't
to
forget, we have the Accelerate tickets ready right now for those who are coming in September. For those coming in September, in the month of September, we have the Accelerate ticket. Man, you don't want to miss this event.
no, you
You,
don't.
you, you don't want to miss this event. I had this conversation with this guy yesterday. I think he's going to come again today. He said I gave him the whole analogy and the price and everything. He said, man, I said, hey, the event you don't want to miss.
You don't.
Because it's mind blowing. You want to be there.
Right, you do. And Accelerate's going to happen in the spring. It's our next big event, just like Vision was that we went to in Vegas. The difference is there were 5, 6, 7,000 people in Vegas. The goal for Accelerate is 15,000.
Oh,
there's no doubt in my mind we're going to have that many people there.
15,000.
Be a year old at that time.
Oh my goodness! I mean, I don't know, man. This is mind blowing. But you know what? I'm super excited for the Accelerate, man. I'm super excited for the Accelerate. I can't wait to be there, and I can't wait to see everybody that's been jumping into these videos and watching us actually make it to the event.
Well, and I want to leave us today with a quote from the manual that came from Winston Churchill, and here it is: "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It's the courage to continue that counts."
Man, I don't want to say anything else, but those words alone are amazing. I mean,
they are.
Those are the words for every entrepreneur to think about waking up every morning and reading those words.
Right.
Because sometimes we think about failure to be something else.
Yep. Never give up.
Never give up, man.
Never give up.
I just love being with you, man.
I love doing it every single day. As my coffee mug says, seize the day, baby. Seize the day. Have an amazing day, Rudy. I can't wait to talk to you tomorrow. I'm sure we'll talk more on and off the rest of the day, but just have an amazing day. People, thank you for joining us. Kellyanne, Peggy, thank you for your comments that you did. We love you guys and love that you're being part of this with us.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you so much, man. You take care.
Boom.